Hey y'all, thanks for stopping in. Welcome to Good Eats with the Noob. I'm Dickie, and today we're going to hit up on some cracklins. Stick around, they're going to be great. Alright y'all, before we get on the cracklins, there's just a couple things I want to mention. For now on, at the end of my video, I'm going to do what they call a squirrel video. Maybe this will help explain it a little bit.
My name is Doug. I have just met you, and I love you. My master made me this collar. He is a good and smart master, and he made me this collar so that I may talk. Squirrel! My master is good and smart.
It's not possible.
Oh, it is, because my master is smart.
Okay, I'm just like that dog. I get distracted easily, especially when I'm watching YouTube, and I can plan on a cook and watch one of your videos, and I'm just like, oh, I gotta try that, you know, and I just get all distracted, and it kind of messes me up. But it's a good thing, not a bad thing. So at the end of every one of my videos now, I'm gonna have 2 squirrel videos from other YouTube creators that have distracted me throughout the week, and that has kind of taken my attention away from what I wanted to cook. So make sure to stay at the end so you can see that. And the next thing I want to mention is, I'm really blown away right now. I was filming this video this morning, and I don't know if any of you have watched the steak rub extravaganza video, but I had mentioned that my Maverick XR50 was giving me troubles, and it still has given me troubles. I've tried 4 different battery brands, and the low battery light came on, and now nothing comes on at all. Kind of comes at a bad time. I just entered my first SCA competition for next weekend, and I thought I was going to have to go out and purchase another thermometer. I posted on Facebook the problem to see if anybody had a clue. Maybe there's a reset that I'm missing, you know. Nobody really knew anything, but Joe over at Joe's Barbecue House sent me a message, and he said, hey, I have an extra one, I'm going to send it to you. And I don't know what to say. I mean, that's just crazy. Crazy good. But Joe, I truly appreciate you letting me use your XR50. And it couldn't come at a better time. As a creator, and other creators would agree, this is very expensive to do, especially when you're lights, camera, action, the food, the thermometers, the cookers. The last thing I needed right now was to have to go and purchase another thermometer. But I am going to get with Maverick this coming up week and see if there's anything they could do for me. But I just wanted to give Joe a big shout out, and I'm going to try to put an iCard there for his channel. If not, I'll have it linked below, because I'm not real savvy on the YouTube stuff yet. But Joe, I appreciate it. I mean, that's above and beyond, man. That's something. But all right, guys, let's get back to those cracklins. All right, some of you just went, who did what? A cracklin? What on God's green earth are you talking about? Well, all a cracklin is pork belly. Now, just like its cousin, pork belly burnt ends or pork belly candy bites, we cut it in 1-inch cubes. But instead of smoking it, we're going to fry these bad boys. So stick around. I'm going to cube these up real quick. We're going to go upstairs to the stove, get these started, and I'm telling you, if you like pork belly burnt ends or pork belly candy bites, you're going to love cracklins. So stick around. We're going to go upstairs and get this party started. Okay, here we are in the kitchen. I got flies going everywhere. It's driving me insane. Are you kidding me? Well, I'm in Kansas. It's that time of the year, and flies, I don't know, don't get it. But anyway, okay, if you made it this far, you're into it. You want to know what cracklins are, how they taste, how do you make them? Well, there's a few things that you're going to need. First, you're going to need a pork belly. Now, I'm going to do about 3 pounds today because I had a 6-pound pork belly 2 days ago, and I made 3 pounds, and they were gone in 10 minutes. Everybody ate them up. So My wife got back in town yesterday. She's a travel nurse, been in New Orleans, and she wants some cracklins. So you're gonna need a pork belly. You're gonna need a tub of lard. Yeah, I just figured out that nickname in junior high that they gave me. It wasn't very nice. I know what it means now. And you're going to need some kind of seasoning. Today I'm going to use the good shit because it tastes really good on pork, and some Slap Your Mama Hot. Now you can use any rub seasoning that you want, because this is actually a rub that I use for pork ribs, and I have a video coming out on that very soon. You're going to want to see it. It's great. But I'm going to use this and a little bit of hot. I like a little sweet, a little spicy, and we're going to give her a shot. So let's take a look at the pot over here and see what I got going on. Okay, so what we're going to do is we have our lard as melted into our pot. I'm using a cast iron pot. You can use any pot that you choose. I got it on about a 3 on my stove, so it's going to be low heat because we want to render these down at 200 degrees for about an hour to an hour and a half. So I do have a little thermometer set up in my grease, and as these render down, that temperature is going to start rising up. Now when that temperature starts rising up, you just want these to be a little brown. They're going to pop up a little bitty eyes on this pork belly fat. So, but you want to keep an eye on it. You want to stir it, make sure it doesn't stick to the bottom. So let's go ahead and get these cubes into our pot. You want to keep these at around 200 degrees for the first hour or so, and you'll start seeing that temperature rise at about the hour and a half mark. If you have a New Wave cooktop, I'm going to say you can't use it. I tried it, and it maintains temperatures so well that I couldn't get that temperature rise that you need to brown up your pork belly. So that's why I'm using the stovetop. You can use a gas if you like. I have a 2-burner outside, but it's 105 today, so I'm not going out there to cook. And I know, because I did these the other day on the stove, where it needs to be set at, and as long as you watch that temperature, get you one of these little fancy thermometers and it'll work great for you. So 30 minutes I'm just going to stir these. Let's take a look so you can know what to expect. Now as you can see, it kind of just looks like they've been boiled. You know, we got rid of the red color and it's more turning like a brownish, and that's exactly what we want. Our fancy thermometer that we're using today. Oh, where you at? There you are. Sitting right at 200 degrees. That's where we want. So I'll bring you back in another 30 minutes. We'll take a look, see how they're going, and we're almost there. Another hour and a half, we'll be eating cracklins. Okay, we're an hour in, and my temperature is starting to creep up. Let's take a look and see if we're getting some color change. Now you will see we are getting a little bit of color change. It's starting to turn brown on some of them. So you just want to make sure and keep them stirred up. You see it's starting to get a golden brown color. And let's take a look at our fancy thermometer. Okay, as you can see, our temperature is starting to increase. So over the next 30 minutes, we should get that nice golden brown color. And the temperature should rise to about 310, 320 degrees. So once we get that nice golden brown color, we're going to pull those up and let them sit and let them cool down, and then we're going to move on to the next step. Alright y'all, another 30 minutes has passed. We got that nice golden brown color I was looking for. Our temperature didn't get up as high as I was thinking it would, but that just could be the pork belly didn't render down or didn't have as much lard in it to render down. But we did get up to about 280 degrees, but we have that desired color. So I'm going to go ahead and pull these off, let them cool, and we're going to move over to the next step. Okay, we've got them pulled out. I just put them in a little strainer with a paper towel so any grease that's on there can just drop out and stay in that paper towel. We're going to let those cool off for about 30 minutes. Now there's a couple different ways you can do this next step. You can heat up the oil that you just took them out of. I would suggest not to. because there's gonna be little crumbs and pieces all floating down in the bottom of there, and you take a chance of having a burnt taste to your cracklins. So I pull them out, cool them. Now you can either let that oil cool down and strain it, or you can have another pan on the side, heat it up to 375 degrees and ready for frying. So that's what I'm gonna do. I happen to have a fryer. I'm gonna crank her up to 375, let that get real nice and hot, and in about 30 minutes after these golden brown cracklins have cooled, we're gonna flash fry them in there just for maybe a minute and a half, 2 minutes. So stick around, I'll be right back and we'll get this thing popping. For your seasoning, if you want it to stick, as soon as you pull it out the oil, you have to hit it with the seasoning then, so that the seasoning will stick. If not, you're gonna have a hard time getting it to stay on the cracklins. So remember, as soon as you pull them out of that oil and they're hot, you hit them with seasoning right then and there. So let's get over here and drop these bad boys in for that flash fry. Now this flash fry is only going to take 1, 2, 3 minutes. It just depends. You'll see little eyes starting to pop up, and they will start popping and crackling. That's why they call them cracklins, because of the sound they make when you flash fry them and pull them off. So let's get back over here and see how they look. Okay, cracklins are done. We have to let them cool. You don't want to throw one of those bad boys in your mouth right now, or you're going to burn every living mess out of yourself. So let those sit for a few minutes, let them cool down. When I say a few minutes, probably 10 to 20 minutes, because even at 10 minutes, they're still pretty hot. But as you've seen, as soon as I pulled them out the oil, I hit them with some spice. I dropped them back in just for a second, pulled them out again, and hit them with some spice again. Put them into the bowl and hit them with some spice again. So you want to make sure that gets stuck on there. So I'm going to wait about 20 minutes before we try these, and I'm going to bring you back. All right, there you have it. You made yourself some cracklins. They're delicious. They're great. Now these are sweet. Most of the time, if you get them in Louisiana, they're on the spicy side. But I like kind of the sweet ones, so I use some of that sweet rib rub that I had downstairs. So good. The fat just melts in your mouth like butter. It's fantastic. I do have a special guest. My wife, she flew in yesterday for the weekend. Come on in and give it a try, hon.
Yum, it looks so good.
Now, one of her favorite foods is cracklin, so if it was bad, trust me, she would say, this ain't worth a flip. When it comes to me, she doesn't hold back anything, so.
Yum.
If she's impressed, I'm impressed, and you should be impressed too. Try it at home. It may not replace pork belly burnt ends or the pork belly candy bites, but it is a fantastic treat. So I really appreciate Okay, our first squirrel video belongs to Charlie over at Pickles Barbecue. Now I had to read these. Let me put my glasses on because I can't see from here to there. And Charlie had a smoked ham with apricot sriracha glaze that just looked incredible. I watch a lot of Charlie's videos. He does a fantastic job, and oh my goodness, that ham looked good. So go check it out. And like I said, I'm gonna try to put iCards up here. I'll get my wife to help me since she's here. If not, I'll have a link to their channels and this specific video below. The second squirrel video of the week goes to Rexy at Cooking with Rexy for Rexy's crispy green bean fries with wasabi cucumber ranch dip. I'm sure all of you already know Rexy has some really good stuff over there, and I love fried green beans. She baked these, and I asked her if I could fry it. She said, yeah, that'll work. Rexy's really good at answering any questions you have, and so is Charlie. So again, I'll have a link either below or up above, but please go check these out. I mean, they got some really good videos on there. So I appreciate you stopping by. And if you haven't already subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Give me a thumbs up and leave a comment below. As a creator, other creators understand, comments just keep you going throughout the week. So I appreciate it. And until next video, y'all have a blessed week.